Bienvenue au championnat de natation 2023. Avant de commencer, nous voudrions remercier nos partenaires.
Nike Team, proud to be the official performance apparel provider of U Sports, encouraging all student athletes to just do it. Go to usports.ca after the event to purchase the authorized commemorative Nike Championship apparel.
Nike Team, fier d'être le fournisseur officiel des vêtements de performance U Sport. Nous encourageons tous les étudiants athlètes à Just Do It. Après l'événement, rendez-vous sur usports.ca pour obtenir les articles souvenirs officiels du championnat produits par Nike.
Barron is proud to be the official championship and celebratory ring supplier to U Sports. From championship team rings, sport MVPs, U Sport Top 8 Academic All-Canadians, and Athletes of the Year, Barron helps celebrate the accomplishments of our student athletes. Barron Rings, championships is what we do.
Barron est le fournisseur officiel des bagues de championnat et de la reconnaissance honorifique du sport. Qu'il s'agisse des bagues des équipes championnes, des athlètes par excellence par sport, des top 8 étoiles académiques canadiennes ou des athlètes de l'année U Sport, Barron célèbre les réalisations de nos étudiants athlètes. Barron, les championnats sont notre métier.
Sherrod Kuz is a proud supporter of U Sports and Canadian student athletes.
Sherrod Kuz soutient fermement U Sport et les étudiants athlètes canadiens.
The Government of Canada, through Sport Canada, is proud to support university sport across the country and congratulates U Sports on the leading role it plays in developing Canadian student athletes.
Le gouvernement du Canada, par l'entremise de Sport Canada, est fier d'appuyer le sport universitaire canadien. Il tient également à féliciter U Sport pour le rôle de premier plan qu'il joue dans la formation des étudiants athlètes.
Chase the glory during U Sports 23 national championships from coast to coast. Follow at usports.ca, at usports.ca on Twitter and Instagram for the latest updates.
Visez haut lors des 23 championnats canadiens U Sport à travers le pays. Suivez-nous sur les réseaux Twitter et Instagram à usports.ca.
Catch every exciting moment of U Sports Championships on CBC Gem and cbcsports.ca. All of U Sport Championships action is exclusively on CBC Gem and cbcsports.ca. Fairburn Medical Supply is proud to be the official sports medicine and medical supply partner of U Sports. Check out fairburn.com for all of your medical supply product needs to keep you in the game.
Fairburn Medical Supply est fier d'être le fournisseur officiel de U Sport pour le matériel médical et de médecine du sport. Rendez-vous sur fairburn.com et retrouvez tout le matériel médical nécessaire pour rester dans la course.
This championship was funded in part by a grant from Viasport BC and the province of British Columbia. We would like to thank our host partners of the championship, the Greater Victoria Sport Tourism Commission, Hot House Pizza, Pacific Coast Swimming, Speedo, Thrifty Foods, the UVic Alumni Association, and Viasport BC, again, as well as the province of British Columbia. Thank you as well to our host supporters of the championship, 107.3 Virgin Radio, Enterprise and National Car Rental, Marriott Victoria Inner Harbor, Merthyr Pools, Powerade, Saanich News, The Times Colonist, and Use.ca.
Ce championnat a été financé en partie par une subvention de Viasport BC et de la province de la Colombie-Britannique. Et un grand merci à nos partenaires hôtes et partisans hôtes.
We'll be getting our first session of the meet underway fairly shortly, our day one prelims. Our first event of the morning will be the women's 50 freestyle. We have 6 preliminary heats to swim through before going into the men's 50 freestyle. Following our women's and men's 50 freestyle, we have the women's and men's 100 backstroke, 50 breaststroke, 400 freestyle, 100 butterfly, and 200 IM. Then concluding the session with the women's and men's 400 meter medley, the 4x100 medley relay. That will be at finals only. So our end of session this morning will be the 200 IM. As previously stated, we are going to be getting our session underway in about 3 minutes' time. We'd like to extend a huge thank you once again to all of our teams, coaches, and all of our wonderful officials and volunteers for coming out to U Sports 2023 here in Victoria, BC to make this session possible.
U Sports on CBC, les championnats U Sport, brought to you in part by, vous êtes présenté par Nike Team, Just Do It, faites-le. Baron, exclusive supplier of U Sports Championship rings, le fournisseur exclusif des bagues de championnat U Sport. Fox 40, celebrating a decade of the Fox 40 U Sports Coach of the Year program. Fier partenaire des prix de l'entraîneur de l'année U Sport depuis 10 ans. Veraburn, medical supply partner of varsity athletics since 1976. Partenaire de sport universitaire depuis 1979. The Government of Canada, le gouvernement du Canada.
And our first session for the 2023 U Sport Championships. Again, our first event up is Event 1, the women's 50-meter freestyle. These are heat 1 of 6 heats. Best of luck to all of our athletes in this morning's session. Again, heat 1 of Event 1, Madam Referee. Your top seed in this first swim for the women's 50 freestyle, swimming lane 4, Alex Ponsardin, Rouge et Or, Université Laval. And our top time showing here, 26.85, is in lane 5 for Megan Mosel, University of Manitoba Bisons. Our second swim for the women's 50 freestyle coming up momentarily. Heat 2. Top times in lane 5, University of Calgary Dinos, Isabella Duncan, 26:38. Second place finish there, 26:72 for Veronica Hollick of Dalhousie. And it's third in lane 4 for Angaya Letourneau, Université de Sherbrooke. Top time in Heat 3 is 26:10. That time for Alicia Larchevêque of the UBC Thunderbirds, lane 1. Ella Howe for the University of Manitoba Bisons for second place, lane 2. And the third place for Axel Cara, Université Laval in lane 8. Women's 50 free, Heat 4. Top seed here in Heat 4, Isabel Sarti, a recent swimmer of the week for the U Sport. Fifth-year swimmer from the University of McGill, repping for the Redbirds, and into the wall first sit Liz Sarti with a time of 25:34. Second place finish there in lane 5, Tegan Vanderleek for the University of Toronto Varsity Blues. Our penultimate heat for the women's 50 freestyle up next, Heat 5. Swimming in lane 4 of Heat 5 is Ainsley McMurray for the University of Toronto. Was first place in this event in 2022. We have our third place as of in 2022 in lane 5, Isabel Ling for the McGill Redbirds. Top time is in for a time of 25:28 for McMurray. It is Ling for second at 25:48. And our third place finish in Heat 5, Rose Garcia, UBC Thunderbirds 25, 8, 9, and 6. Heat 6 for the women's 50 free. Top time, Rebecca Smith, 25:03 in lane 4. Olympic team member for first place overall this morning, the women's 50 freestyle, 25:03. Second place was Alexa Gold in lane 5, University of Toronto. And we're moving on next to event 2, our top 8 times, now top 16 times with the women's 50 freestyle up on the board, the scoreboard at the east end of the pool. For those of you in the pool here in person. Next up is event 2, the men's 50 freestyle. 6 heats to swim in the event this morning. Heat 1. Into the wall first, very close. First place by just a 10th. Lacroix in lane 3 for Université Laval. Brandon Lacroix, 23:44. Second place, Jack Hayhoe, University of Alberta at 23:58. Heat 2, men's 50 free. Into the wall, lane 5 is first in this race. That is Louis Bertrand of the University of Ottawa GGs. 23:15 in 5. Second place for Misha Bagryansky, University of Toronto, lane 4. Heat 3, men's 50 free. Into the wall, it is lane 2, Graham Aylward at the University of Toronto. First into 22.65. Second place, Maxwell Feng, University of Victoria, 22.95 in 7. Heat 4 now for the men's 50 free, Heat 4. Top time here is for Alan Zhang, University of Ottawa GGs in lane 6, 23.36. Lucas Wormold for the University of Waterloo Warriors for second and 3, and we are moving on to Heat 5. Top time for Calkins, 22.07. Stephen Calkins, a 2022 senior national team member at the Commonwealth Games in Birmingham, 22.07 for first place here this morning. Second place in 6, Cyrus Drabek for the McMaster University, and we are moving on to Heat 6 for the men's 50 free. Top time is Liam Weaver in lane 4, University of Toronto, 21.99, the fastest time in the event this morning. At 21.99, only 49 tenths of a second, 49 hundredths of a second above the standing U-Sport record set in 2018 by Yuri Kissel, Olympic team member and strong contender in the short distance freestyle, 50 and 100. First place in this event last year in Laval was Mehdi Ayoubi, a time of 21.73. On the board now, your summary for the men's 50 freestyle for those of us here in pool. Just coming to the end of our summary on the board, and there's our top 8 again. Liam Weaver with, again, the top time, 21.99. We're moving on to event 3. This is the women's 100 backstroke. We have 5 heats to swim in this event this morning. Heat 1. Once again, women's 100 backstroke, heat 1. $50-meter turn here, 31.53 for Ashley Hodge. University of Guelph in lane 5, followed Kate Williams in lane 4. Williams representing the Memorial University Seahawks. Five meters to go in heat 1, and finishing time 1:05.16. That time for Kate Williams in lane 4, Hodge for second in lane 5, a 1:06.32. Heat 2 for the women's 100 backstroke. Heat 2. $50-meter turn, good underwater in lane 4 for Melissa Edelman of the University of Regina, turning 30.34 at the 50-meter. Top time in heat 2, Melissa Edelman, University of Regina at 1:03.41. Second place in lane 5 is Juliette Davidson for Universitaire Laval. Time there of 1:04.23 and 1:03.41 for Edelman in 4 for first. Heat 3 now for the women's 100 backstroke. 50-meter turn here. Megan Mosel, New Manitoba, 29.59, followed 1/100th back. Hannah Johnson, University of Calgary Dinos in lane 4. Top time is in lane 4 for Johnson, a minute .91 for the Dinos swimmer. Minute .91. Second place, Mosel in lane 5 for the Manitoba Bisons. Our fourth and final swim for the women's 100 backstroke is up next. Just a few moments our fourth of 5 swims in the women's 100 backstrokes up next. Heat 4. Into our final 2 swims now for the women's 100 backstroke. The top time in the event stands a minute .91, posted by Hannah Johnson, University of Calgary in Heat 3, our previous swim. Into our 50-meter turn, Clank with the lead at 29.16, followed by Dora Moderson, University of Manitoba, 29.66. Alexa Gold for third and 4, 29.67. Swimmer of the week most recently, Alexa Gold, 4th year from Toronto, Ontario, Global Health and Environmental Studies. Top time here for Clank, though, 1 minute 01.907. University of Toronto with the first place finish. Again, Clank in 5. Following that, 101.707 went to 124 for Gold in lane 4. And Dora Moderson for the University of Manitoba for third in 3. A few moments before Heat 5 gets underway as we get our backstroke wedges reset. Our final swim in the women's 100 backstroke. Heat 5. $50-meter turn here. Lane 6 for the lead. Alois Allen for the UBC Thunderbirds. 28.87, your leading time. just out in front of the close race now, though, between lanes 6 and 5, as well as lanes 3 and 4 as well. Out in front, though, is 6. Top time for Allen, 1 minute 8-4, 1 minute 6-4 for the UBC Thunderbirds, first place in 6. And a minute .64 top time in the event this morning. For Eloise Allen, UBC Thunderbirds on the board now. Your event summary from this morning's prelim session. Eloise Allen with the top time in lane 6 of heat 5. Our next event up will be event 4, the men's 100 backstroke. 4 heats in this morning's prelim session. And coming back, Callie Raleigh for the University of Toronto with the second fastest time in the women's 1 back, a minute .74. That time also swum in heat 5. Heat 1 now of the men's 100 backstroke, heat 1. Once again, heat 1. .50-meter turn here. Raven Dahman for the UBC Thunderbirds, 26.47, followed 2 and 3. Cole Westendorf, Ren Van Herk, 26.61, 26.84. Top time for Dahman, 54.13. Thunderbirds with the top time in 7, second place. Ethan Fast for the University of Ottawa. GG's 56.66. And Ethan Fast in lane 4 with that time. Heat 2 now for the men's 100 backstroke. Just a few moments as our swimmers clear the pool. Heat 2. .50-meter turn for Chris Alexander's 25.72, followed Carter Buck 26.24 in 5. Final 5 meters out in front. It is still 4. Good for Alexander, 54.06. Second place, Buck for the University of Toronto, 54-31-5. Men's 100-meter backstroke, Heat 3 prelims. Our 50-meter turn now, leading the way is lane 6, Evan Aguiar-Winter for the GGs. Followed lane 4 and then lane 5, Hugh McNeil for the UBC Thunderbirds and Jacob Rambo for the University of Victoria. Into the wall, your top time in Heat 3 is 54-51. Good final 50 there for Hugh McNeil. Aguiar-Winter for second place in lane 6. And it is the third place finish for Jacob Rambo in lane 5 for the bikes. Top time again, 54-51 for McNeil in lane 4. Our fourth and final swim up next for the men's 100-meter backstroke. Heat 4. $50-meter turn is 25.74 in lane 4 for Blake Tierney. Leading the way for the UBC Thunderbirds, your top seed overall in the men's 100-meter backstroke. Coming into this event, seated at 51.83. Top time is 53.84 for Blake Tierney, UBC Thunderbirds, lane 4. And that time is additionally the fastest time in the event this morning. Tierney will be going out into first place in the final this afternoon. Again, 53.84. Second fastest time for Chris Alexander, University of Lethbridge, 54.06. And Raven Doman with the third fastest time, 54:13. Moving on to event 5 now. This is the women's 50 breaststroke. We have 6 heats to swim this morning. Heat 1. Top time in Heat 1 for the girl women's 50 breaststroke is 33:59. University of Toronto's Abby McDonald in lane 4. Heat 2 now for the women's 50 breaststroke. Heat 2. Out in front of the final 5 meters of Heat 2, Janelle Guayboifa for the red and golds. Rouge et or, Laval for first. A time of 32:76. Sandy Tremblay for Université Laval, second in lane 2. And we're moving on to Heat 3 of the women's 50 breast. To the wall in Heat 3's narrow lead. No, it's going to be lane 7. Madison McCord for the University of Calgary Dinos. Lane 7 for first, a time of 33:05. Heat 4 now for the women's 50 breaststroke. Heat 4. Looks like a slight lead here in lane 5 coming into the final 5 meters. Megan Deering for the Western University swimming in 5. Top time in 4 though. Shona Branton for Western at 31:63. Deering for second in lane 5. And we're moving on to Heat 4 now for running heat 5 for the women's 50 breaststroke. Heat 5. Second fastest seed in the women's 50 breaststroke, Eloise Allen. Top time is for Allen here, 31:05 for the fastest time so far this morning. 31:05 in lane 4. Second place, Erin Epp, University of Victoria, lane 3. Moving on to our 6th and final heat now in the women's 50 breast, heat 6. Your top seed in the women's 50 breaststroke, a 30.94 UBC Thunderbirds, Alicia Larchevek. Larchevek, top time, entered into the women's 50 breaststroke. First year, something to prove here in this year's U Sports Champs. However, it is Mastro Matteo for first in 8. Amelia Mastro Matteo for the McGill Martlets at 31:46. Not the fastest time so far this morning, though. Top time still stands a 31:05 for Allen in the previous heat. Our second fastest time here, Goyette in lane 5. Tatiana Goyette, Université de Montréal in lane 5. On the board now, directing your attention to the east end, is our event summary for this morning's prelims. Allen with the top time, Mastro Matteo for second fastest time. Again, that fastest top time for Allen stands 31:05. Mastro Matteo, 31:46 for the second fastest time this morning. While we're running through our summary, event 6 is our next event up. That is the men's 50 breaststroke, our male side counterpart for the women's event. We have 6 heats to swim this morning. Tatiana Goyette with the third fastest time this morning, 31:61, followed closely 31:63 for Western's Shona Branton. Event 6, men's 50 breaststroke, heat 1 of 6. If we can please have a coaching representative from the Dalhousie University swim team and the University of Victoria, please report to the clerk of courses desk. Once again, a coaching representative from Dalhousie and the University of Victoria to the clerk's table, please. Top time in heat 1 for the men's 50 breasts is 28:45. Eric Lintusen for the McGill Redbirds in lane 1. Second fastest time. Moving on rather now to heat 2 of the men's 50 breast. Heat 2. the 25, heading down to our final 5 meters in heat 2. Pretty close on the inner lanes, as most of these 50s will be. Top time is going to be in lane 4, Santin for U Laval at 28.25 in 5. That is Marcus Sainton for Rougetor in lane 5. Moving on to heat 3 for the men's 50 breast. Heat 3. Tied entry of 28.63 between McMaster University's Josiah Terejko and Joshua Kim, the UBC Thunderbirds in lane 5. Top time in the heat, though, is for Nicholas Bolden, University of Toronto at 28.29 in lane 7. Second place there, Carson Beggs, University of Manitoba Bisons, followed by Kim in 5. Second fastest time in the heat, 28.72 for Beggs. And Joshua Kim for the Thunderbirds at 28.81. Heat 4, men's 50 breast. Into the wall, lane 4, it is Hugo Lemel for the GGs in 4. Top time here is 27.39. $27.39 for the GGs, Lemel in 4, and we're moving on to heat 5 now for the men's 50 breast. Second fastest seed in the men's 50 breast, Gabe Master-Mateo for Toronto in lane 4. Top time here, 26.72 in 4. 26.72 for Varsity Blues, Gabe Master-Mateo, lane 4. Second fastest time here, Jamie Demers, GG's in 3. 27.80. And our third fastest time, 28.03, Tangbo Yu for McGill in 5. Heat 6 now, the final swim in the men's 50 breaststroke. Heat 6. Your top overall qualifier, overall seed rather, in the men's 50 breaststroke. Swimming in lane 4, University of Lethbridge Pronghorns, Apollo Hess, the Canadian and U-Sport record holder. Canadian record stands 26.63, set November this past year. U-Sport record 200s up at 26.65, and Apollo Hess for first, 27.28 for first in lane 4, again 27-28. Top time stands in the event for Master Mateo from the previous heat. And our event summary on the board now for prelims: 26.72 for Master Mateo, Apollo Hess with the second fastest time, and Hugo Lamel with the third fastest time at 27.39. Event 7 is our next swim, the women's 400 freestyle. We have 5 swims this morning. We're getting underway with Heat 1 very shortly. Once again, Heat 1 for the women's 400 freestyle. It should be noted that we were very close to a new U Sport record there in the men's 50 breaststroke. Master Mateo again with the top time overall in the heat this morning, the event this morning, 26.72. Just 7 100ths behind the standing U Sport record set in Laval last year by Apollo Hess, and only 9 100ths above the standing Canadian record, which is again Apollo Hess's record from November 2022. Very good setup for the finals session this afternoon. Our 100-meter turn in the first of the 5 heats of the women's 400 freestyle. Sydney Schemmelt leading for the McGill Martlets, 102.58. Followed Zoe Magic for the Western University lane 6. And your current third place, Amelia Narduzzo for Western in 5. Comfortable lead here for Sydney Shemald McGill, 351.44, followed Alana Skilling now for Western. Second in lane 2, and Amelia Narduzzo for Western, 356.02 for third in 5. Top time for Shemald at 4:24.95. Well, under her entry time of 4:28.57, probably pretty happy with that swim. Again, 4:24.95. Our second place finish, Alana Skilling for Western, 4:29.73. And third is Amelia Narduzzo for the Western at 4:30.74. Women's 400-meter freestyle. Heat 2 up briefly in just a few moments. Foreign freestyle, Heat 2. Could be looking at a pretty close race here between our inner two lanes. Elizabeth Greaves for the University of Guelph, as well as for University of Regina Cougars, Taylor Hebert. Greaves entered in 4:22.66, and 3/10 up from that, 4:22.94 is the entry time for Taylor Hebert. Leading the way is the 250 Kate McLean for the University of Victoria, 2:41.83 the leading turn. 2:43.29. Second off the turn there for Elizabeth Greaves. Turnover for first. Greaves now put into the top position, 3:17.09 with 100 meters to go. And head-to-head now, 12/100ths. Elizabeth Greaves in lane 4, Gabrielle Dunn, 3:51.70. Again, 12/100ths back for second and 3. We can have coaching representatives from the University of Ottawa, UBC, and the University of Toronto to the clerk's table, please. Once again, coaching representatives from the University of Ottawa, the University of British Columbia, and the University of Toronto to the clerk's table, please. Top time here in the second heat of the women's 400 freestyle is a 4:24.67 for Elizabeth Greaves, University of Guelph in lane 4. Again, 4:24.67. Second in lane 3, Gabrielle Dunn, University of Alberta, 4:24.97. Third place in 6th, Amanda McCallum for University of Victoria. Women's 400 free, heat 3. Leading the way here, Iris Tinmouth, McGill, 1:34.79, followed lane 8 and lane 5, Emma Mitchell for the University of Calgary, and Natasha Frost for third place as of the 150 there, McGill in lane 5. Halfway point head-to-head between Tinmouth and Frost, 2:08.13, 2:08.15, 200ths between Tinmouth and Frost. Mitchell for third at 2:08.76. Solid 33s here, 33-3, 33-5. Natasha Frost, Irish Tinmouth. Frost with a tenuous lead here, 1/10 ahead, 3:14.84, followed 3:14.94 for Tinmouth in 4. Current third now, Mia Desjardins. McGill Martlets in 6. Dropping back a bit on that last 50. Tinmouth 32, or picking up rather, 32.97, 33.01 still locked up here. 600ths between our top two. Great pacing, great racing here between Tinmouth and Frost. Both first years for McGill. Into the wall, down to the touch, 4:19.37, Natasha Frost on that final 25, 31.52, very close through the entirety of the race, and great pacing there between those two teammates. Frost for first, Tinmouth for second and 4 at 4:19.60. Your third place, Mia Desjardins in lane 6, and we're on to heat 4 for the women's 400 free. Some great racing there for the McGill girls in that last heat, the women's 400 free. 1-2-3 sweep of the third heat of the event for the McGill Martlets. In heat 4 now, though. Second fastest seed overall in the event is 4:12.77. That is Anna Hine for the University of Toronto Varsity Blues. Hayne was third place in this event at the 2022 event in Laval. Just past our 100-meter mark, it is Hayne and Rosalie Davidson for the UBC Thunderbirds out in front. Davidson swimming in lane 6. .200 meters in, Davidson with the lead. Very close though. 2:05.56, 2:05.80, just over 2/10 between Davidson and Hayne. Emily De Jager for the University of Calgary in lane 3, a first year here at the 2023 event. Almost a second faster for Davidson through that last 50, 32.0, followed 32.9 on the split there for Anna Hine in lane 4. And into the 300-meter turn. Very close now between, for second, third, Anna Hein in 4, Emily DeJager, 3:11.96.93 for second. Again, that is Hein in 4, 300ths here between our top second and third place positions. Last 50 now. Turnover for seconds. De Jager, 3:44.65, just ahead of 3:45.25. 6/10 there between Hein and De Jager. And our top time in Heat 4, this prelims morning session, Emily DeJager for the University of Calgary, 4:15.80. Second place, Rosalie Davidson, Thunderbirds in 6, 4:15.96. With our third place finish in lane 5 for Alison McCloy. Heat 5 of 5, women's 400 free. Just past our 100-meter wall in our fifth and final swim of the women's 400 freestyle. Your top seed overall in this event, Emma O'Croynan, UBC Thunderbirds, 4:07.84. O'Croynan, the first place finish, gold medalist in this event at the 2022 Laval posting of U Sports, well out ahead here, 2:01.69, and a full second faster on the 50 ahead of Claire Howard, your current second place, 2:05.22, swimming in lane 5, the University of Toronto. O'Croynan winning the 2022 event with her entry time of 4:07.87. A time that is just over 5 seconds, a whole 5 seconds faster than the second fastest entry time. Swimming in lane 3, we have Reagan Crowell of the Dalhousie University. current 4th place at the 300-meter turn, and a gold medalist at the Atlantic University Champs. Time of 4:16.7 there, winning the event. Merritt Anderson, University of Calgary Dinos, your current 2nd place in lane 6. And we see the 50-meter to go turn for Emma O'Croynan. Smooth underwater, 3:37.07 into the final 50. 2nd into the last 50 here. Merritt Anderson in 6, Howard for 3rd in 5. And there's the top time. Emma O'Croynan for the UBC Thunderbirds, 4:08.38 on the clock. Second place, lane 5, Claire Howard, University of Toronto for 14:37. Merritt Anderson for the University of Calgary for 14:45 for 3rd in 6. On the board at the east end of the pool, scoreboard shows our top 8 for the women's 400 freestyle, scrolling through our event summary this morning. Top time of the morning, 4:08.38 for Emma O'Croynan. Top time by a long shot. Coming to the end of our event summary. And back up to our top 8 for just a moment. Howard with the 2nd fastest time, and Merritt Anderson for 14:45 for 3rd fastest. Event 8 is next up, the men's 400 freestyle. 4 swims this morning, and without any further ado, Heat 1. Leading the way, Aiden Yapiuko. Waterloo Warriors followed University of Regina Cougars, Matthew Sergianis. Current third is over in lane 1, Tristan Shands of McGill. Into our final 50. Yapico for the Waterloo Warriors, 3:25.74. Matthew Sergianis for the Cougars, 3:27.22. A tied time with Tristan Shands of the McGill Redbirds, 3:27.22. Again, that tied second place. And Hugo Janvier for Laval is in lane 6, your current fourth. Final 5 meters in heat 1 of the men's 400 freestyle. Top time, Aiden Yapico with the Waterloo Warriors, 3:50.605. Second is lane 2, Tristan Shands for McGill, 3:56.79. And it's third and 4, Matthew Sergianis. Heat 2 now, heat 2. Attention to all coaches, all athletes. Just before we get underway with the event 11, the women's 200-meter individual medley, we will have 2 swim-offs taking place. The swim-offs are in the men's 50 freestyle and the men's 50 breaststroke. Again, that is 2 swim-offs taking place before the beginning of event 11, the women's 200-meter individual medley. And those swim-offs are in the men's 50 freestyle and 50 breaststroke. Leading the way, your top 3 over in the upper lanes, 2:24.37, 2:25.00, and 2:25.28. You have Ian Friesen, Liam Dennett, and Colin Shearer for your top 3. Friesen and Dennett representing the University of Calgary, and University of Ottawa GG's Shearer in 7. into the final 50. 3:24.92, Ian Shearer for the Dinos in lane 6. Dennett at 3:26.54, 25.18 for second, though. It's Colin Shearer, Dennett for third and 5. And into the wall. Top time in Heat 2 is 3:55.07. 3:55.07 for Colin Shearer of the Ottawa GGs. In lane 6, we have second place, Ian Friesen for the University of Calgary, 3:55.84. And 3:57.93 for Liam Dennett, University of Calgary, third and 5. Men's 400 freestyle, Heat 3. $200-meter turn here in Heat 3. Leading the way, University of Calgary's Javier Pimentel, 1:53.52 in lane 8. Second, third, lane 2, lane 7. William Risk for the University of Victoria, followed by Kareem Mohammed for the Regina Cougars. To 53.18, 53.41, 53.68. We now have lane 4, Bernard Godolphin for the University of Toronto for the leading time. Kareem Mohammed, Riley McRae, second, third, 7-6. Into the wall, first turn in 4, followed by 6, then lane 7. 3:22.78 for Godolphin. Entered in as your second place seed, 3:47.85 is the time for University of Toronto's Bernard Galdafin. However, it is Riley McRae through that final 50. Surprise finish for the Thunderbirds, 3:51.61. Fastest time so far this morning for McRae in 6. Godolphin, 3:52.58 for second and 4. And third is Javier Pimentel, Dinos in lane 8. Heat 4 for the men's 400 free. Leading the way here, Pablo Collin for the McGill Redbirds, 152.80, followed by Kieran Stone, Western into 154.13, and Max Tambling for the University of Toronto Varsity Blues, 154.33, third and 6. Your current leader, Collin, in lane 3 for McGill, a 2-time U Sports Swimmer of the Week. Coming from Marseille, France, a second-year science program. Collin recently named the Réseau des Sports Étudiants de Québec Swimmer of the Year and Swimmer of the Meet at the RSEC Championship in Trois-Rivières, Quebec. Finished first in the 400-meter freestyle event there, and just a few seconds behind on entry of your top seed, Nathan Verslice of the University of Calgary Dinos, who placed second in this event at the 2022 Laval U Sport Championships. Collin first at the turn here, 3:20.73 into the final 50. Max Tambling for second, 3:30.22 at 35 and 6. And Paul McKenzie for the University of Calgary, third into the final 50 at 3:23.64. Top time, it is 3:49.33. 49.33 for Pablo Collin, McGill Redbirds in 5. top time in the event this prelim session. On the board now, your event summary. McRae for second fastest time. Max Tambling for third fastest at 3:51.97. Colin with the fastest time so far. And we're moving on to event 9, women's 100 butterfly, the first of 5 heats in this prelim session, heat 1. In first in heat 1 of the women's fly, 1:05.09, Nurbansal, University of Waterloo, 1:05.09. Second place is in lane 3 for Kate Nielsen, University of Ottawa, time of 1:05.33. Women's 100-meter butterfly, heat 2. The 50-meter turn, Tegan Vanderleek for the University of Toronto. First year and first U Sport champs here, 28:40 at the 50-meter lead. Another first year for second place, University of Ottawa, Gigi's Vanessa Tabarge in lane 4. Tabarge for second at the 50 and looks good for second into the conclusion. Top time though should be for Vanderleek there. Not showing on the board, showing a 1:03.42 for Tabarge in lane 4. Uh, 1:02.23 now there for Vanderleek. Tabarge for second in lane 4, 1:03.42. And Kelsey Fillion for University of Manitoba Bisons, 1:03.72. Heat 3 for the women's fly, heat 3. A reminder to coaches and athletes at the halfway point of the women's one fly here. Following the conclusion of the men's 100 butterfly, there will be 2 swim-offs taking place before the beginning of the women's 200-meter individual medley, event 11. Again, there will be 2 swim-offs taking place before the beginning of event 11 in the men's 50 freestyle and the men's 50 breaststroke. 50-meter turn here in heat 3 of the women's one fly. Josie Field for the UBC Thunderbirds out 28-2, 28-3 in lane 4. Entered in here, a minute point 3-4, coming back now through the final 5 meters of this 100 fly. Josie Field, nigh on a 5-meter lead. Top time, a minute point 3-4. Tying up her entry time, again, a minute point 3-4. Second place is lane 8. Melanie de Maria, McGill University in lane 8. And moving on to heat 4 of the women's fly now, heat 4. Swimming in lane 4, your second fastest seed in the women's one fly, 59.81, Université de Montréal Carabin, Anaïs Arlandis. 28.86 is third place for Arlandi in lane 4 as of the 50-meter turn. Rose Garcia for UBC Thunderbirds with the lead at 28.5, 4 and 6. Kaylin McMurray for McGill second at the 50-meter turn in lane 3, 75 down, 25 to go. Into the wall, it is Brooklyn Weens for the University of BC, 101.53 for first place in lane 5. Second place. Second place is lane 2, Laura Willer, the UBC Thunderbirds. And it is third in lane 3, McGill's Kaylin McMurray rather. And we're on to our 5th and final heat now for the women's one fly. Again, heat 5. Last swim of the women's 100 fly. Time to beat for this morning stands a 1 minute point 3-4. That time from heat 3, posted by UBC Thunderbirds Josie Field. Your top seed in the women's 100 fly, again, Rebecca Smith, Olympian for the University of Calgary. Entered here 57.18 with the just over the U Sport record, Rebecca Smith's own record from 2019. And into the finish, Smith with a time of 58.79. Top time of the morning for Rebecca Smith, the University of Calgary Dinos. Sayla Wist for UBC Thunderbirds, a minute point 17. That is the second fastest time of the morning. And on the board now are event summary. Smith with the top time, 58.79. Wist, 1 minute point 17. And third fastest at a minute point 34, Josie Field for UBC Thunderbirds. Again, our event summary on the board down at the east end, our scoreboard at the east end of the pool. rolling through the swims for the women's 100 fly. And our top 8 on the board once again here in just a few moments. There we are. Smith, Wist, and Field, your top 3. Event 10 is up next, the men's 100-meter butterfly. With 6 heats to swim this morning, heat 1. Two in the pool for the first heat of the men's fly. Joel Blanco, 26.36, 26.41 for Simon Cotineau. Ulaval, first and second, 4 then 5. Turnover though into the final few meters here. It is going to be Cotineau for Uzet Or. 56.19 for Cotineau in lane 5. Joel Blanco, 57.95, second and 4. Men's 100 fly, heat 2. The 50-meter turn in heat 2. University of Ottawa GG's Evan Aguiar-Winter leading the way, 25.19, followed 25.29, 1/10 back, Ricardo Camuso. McGill Redbirds, and Redbirds in third as well, lane 4, Adam Salem. It is the top time in 3 for Ricardo Camuso, 54.56. Second in lane 7, Evan Aguiar-Winter for the GG's, 54.96. And third place in 4, Salem, 55.37. Men's 100 fly, heat 3. $50 to go. Mitchell Broth for the University of Regina, 25.43, 25.54, 900ths back. Ryan Benadad for the University de Montreal. Into the final 5. Top time in heat 3 is for Broth, 54.79. Second place, place is lane 1, Robin Domingo, Redbirds 55-30, and Ambroise Petit for Université Laval 55-95. Pardon me, third place, Jack Cameron, UBC Thunderbirds 55-87. Men's 100-meter fly, heat 4. Into the finish, very close though, it is Sulan Ho for the UBC Thunderbirds, 53-52 as the top time, 53-52. Second place, lane 4 is Alexandre Perrault, University of Ottawa. And we are moving on to our 5th heat of the men's one fly, heat 5. A reminder once again to coaches and athletes, following the conclusion of Heat 6 of the men's one fly, there are 2 swim-offs that will be taking place prior to the beginning of event 11, the women's 2 IM. Those swim-offs are in the men's 50 freestyle and the men's 50 breaststroke. 50-meter turn in Heat 5 of the men's one fly, leading the way, Thomas McDonald, University of Calgary, 24-98, tied up with Patrick Mickerville, University of Victoria in lane 5. Your second fastest seed, McDonald in 4, 52-40 on his entry time. And to the finish, it is 53-46 for McDonald. Mickerville settling for second in the heat swim here, 54-08. And we're on to our 6th and final heat of the men's one fly, heat 6. Fastest time so far this morning, 53-46. McDonald in the previous heat, your top seed. UBC Thunderbirds in 4. Keir Ogilvie, 52-08. '50-meter turn, it is Hazim Isa for the McGill Swim Club, 24-24, McGill varsity team rather, 24-24 followed, Ogilvie, 24-34, 1/10 back, Owen Allwood, University of Calgary, 30-25 at 28 in 5. Ogilvie second in this event at the 2022 event, Thomas McDonald in the previous heat for the 3rd place finish. Into the wall, Ogilvie, good final 50, strong finish, 52-51 for first in lane 1 and the top time of the morning. Second place, lane 7, Hazem Issa for the McGill Redbirds. And Third place is lane 5, Owen Allwood, University of Calgary. Our next event up is the men's 50 freestyle swim-off, a tied time for the 16th position in this event. Max Fang for the University of Victoria in lane 4, Dalhousie Tigers, Noah Mascal Gomez in lane 5. Freestyle swim-off, Madam Referee. Tied up 22-95, Vikes in 4, Tigers in 5, Maxwell Fang, Noah Mascal Gomez battling out 16th place, tied time. This is for the B final. In front it is Gomez, 22-75. Maxwell Fang, 22-94, a better time than the first session. But second place, that is 16th place for Mascal Gomez, and we're moving on to the 50 breaststroke swim-off. Tied for 16th again, 28-9. Noah Wagner for the University of Ottawa, GG's in 3. Thunderbirds, Braden Hemian in 4, and University of Toronto, Nicholas Balbin in 5. Once again, this is a tied up time for 16th place, 28-29, a three-way tie. Off the 25 and now into the final few meters. It is looking good in lane 3. Noah Wagner for the GGs out in front again, 28-29. Earlier in prelims, top time, 27-98 for Wagner. Nicholas Balbin for the University of Toronto Varsity Blues at 28-20, 9/10 under his earlier swim, and Braden Hemian 28-35, third in 4. Our next event up is the women's 200-meter individual medley. 6 swims this morning, heat 1 of 6. Madam Referee. And 4-0 for Catherine Vithulkas of the University of Ottawa, 107.40. Followed 109.75 Elizabeth Harper, University of Alberta. Top time for Vithulkas, 2:22.75 in lane 5 for the University of Ottawa GGs. Second in lane 8, Megan Berrigan for the University of Alberta. Time at 2:23.60. And Danica Ethier for U Laval, 2:23.95. Heat 2. Amelia Baralt for first place in Heat 2, 2:19.44. Second place, 2:19.92 for Tatiana Goyette, Université de Montréal. Heat 3. coming into our 158-meter turn here in Heat 3. Leading the way, lane 5, Isabella Mastroianni for the University of Guelph. Thunderbirds for second in lane 4, Jade Lowe, 146.53, just behind Mastroianni at 144.20 in lane 5. And Kristen Pauletto, from the University of McGill Martlets for third in 7. Top time in lane 5 is 2:18.01. 2:18.01 for Isabella Mastroianni, University of Guelph. Jade Lowe for second for the Thunderbirds, 2:18.93. And Kristen Pauletto, 2:23.23 for third in 7. Women's 200-meter individual medley, Heat 4. One 100-meter turn out of the back and into the breast. Hannah Bennett, 102.43 for the University of Calgary. Followed Nikki Van Noord, McGill at 104.24. Van Noord dropping back through the breaststroke, now into the final 50, and it is a lead for the Vikes. Erin Epp, 143.14. Bennett follows, second in 3, 4, and Shannon Russell for third, 144.53 and 3. Bennett finishing third place in this event at the 2022 U Sport Champs in Laval, Quebec. Now into our final 25 of Heat 4. And it is good for Victoria's Erin Epp. Top time 2:16.22. Second place for Hannah Bennett, University of Calgary in lane 4, a time of 2:16.82, and Shannon Russell for third in 3 for the University of Toronto. Women's 200 IM Heat 5. Second fastest seed in the women's 200 individual medley, University of Toronto Varsity Blues, and first year Nina Mullen entered in 2:13.66. Seated second in the event. Swimming in lane 5, second fastest in this heat, 2:15.20 UBC Thunderbirds Anna Dumont-Bélanger. Fifth place finish in this event at the 2022 U Sport Champs. Haley Clank with the leading time of the 100, 1:01.83, followed Dumont-Bélanger in lane 5, and Mullen current third in lane 4. Very close now. 2/10. Dumont-Bélanger with the narrow lead. 2/10 lead. 1:41.33, 1:41.56 for Nina Mullen in lane 4. Clank third in 3 at 1:43.13. Gaining through the freestyle for a first place finish, it is Anna Dumont-Bélanger, UBC Thunderbirds 2:12.65. Second place for Nina Mullen, University of Toronto, 2:13.85. And showing third is lane 6, Daphne Danilou, University of McGill, 2:18. Nope, now Haley Clank, 2:17.05. Women's 200-meter individual medley, our final swim up next. Heat 6. Into the 50, Ella Rennie, Western for the lead, 29.78. Swimming in lane 4, your top seed overall for the women's 200-meter individual medley entered 2:12.92. UBC Thunderbirds Emma Spence, first in this event at the 2022 U Sport Champs. In lane 5, second fastest in this heat, and a fourth place finish just outside of our top 3 at the Laval U Sport Champs. Sarah Godon for the UBC Thunderbirds. Your lead at the 100-meter turn, 1:04.52 for Godon. Running at 1:04.73, and current third is Amanda McCallum for University of Victoria at 1:05.70. Inner lanes very close at the 1:25 turn. Spence, Rennie, and now Sophie Tarrant for University of Victoria, 1:45.63. Final 5 into the wall. First and 4, Emma Spence for the UBC Thunderbirds, 2:16.92. Not the top time of the morning. That still stands 2. Anna Dumont-Bélanger from the previous heat. Second place time in this heat, Sarah Godon for the UBC Thunderbirds in lane 5. Third being Ella Rennie, 2:18.09 in lane 6. Directing your attention to the board, the event summary for this morning's prelims. Top time for Anna Dumont-Bélanger, 2:12.65. Mullen for second. Erin Epp with the third fastest time overall, 2:16.22. As we're cycling through our summary for the event, Event 12 is our next swim up, the men's 200-meter individual medley. 5 heats to swim this morning. And once again on the board are top 8 for the women's 2IM. Men's 200-meter individual medley, Heat 1. First of our 5 heats to swim in the men's 2IM. Leading the way is a 58.61 out of the backstroke in lane 6 for Alejandro Gigi, University of McGill. Ricky Milnes for the University of Victoria, a minute .05, second and 4, followed by Garrett Brenzen of the University of Alberta. Final 25 in Heat 1. It is lane 4. Ricky Milnes for the University of Victoria into the final 5. Just behind lane 6, Alejandro Gigi. Top time for Milnes, 2:05.25. Alejandro Gigi in lane 6 for McGill, second at 2:06.48. And it is third and 1 for Garrett Brenzen, U Alberta. In the water now, Heat 2 for the men's 200 IM. Very close at the 100 here. Aiden Luknar for the University of Calgary, 59.25, followed 59.64. Samuel Pay for Waterloo in lane third, rather, in 7 for Pay, and second, Alex Stroppel, 59.43. Stroppel for the Ottawa GGs in 4. Still Stroppel and Pay. No, Sergianis for third now, Stroppel for second, and Joshua Kim, Thunderbirds in 5 for first into the final 50 of freestyle, 135.2. Slight lead to finish first in 4. Alex Stroppel for the Ottawa GGs, 2:04.64. Second place, Matthew Sergianis, University of Regina in lane 3. Men's 2IM, heat 3. .100-meter turn, Benjamin Lowen for the University of Toronto leading the way, a member of the 2022 Junior Pan Pacific Championship team. Again, 56.18, followed by James Steele for the GGs in lane 2. Close race in the final 5, lane 4 and 5. Gallant and Young, top time for Young, Brody Young for the UBC Thunderbirds with a time of 2:80, followed 900 for the University of Toronto, 2:08.9 for second. Benjamin Lowen, for third in 6. And our 4th heat now for the men's 2IM. 100-meter turn, and it's Blake Tierney leading for the Thunderbirds, 56.59, followed by Alexandre Yunez of the McGill varsity team, McGill Redbirds, and Ricardo Camuso for McGill for 3rd and 8. Turnover for first. Yunez now into the 50 freestyle, 132.21, followed Eric Lindsen from McGill in 3, and Tierney for 3rd and 4. Into the wall, looking good in 4. Top time for Tierney, 2 minutes 7.9. Second place, Alexandre Yunez for the McGill University, 2:01.43. Third for Yunez, Eric Lindsen for second, 2 minutes 99 in 3. Our results again there for Heat 4 on the board. And our final swim next up for the men's 200-meter individual medley, Heat 5. Fifth and final heat for the men's 2IM. Time to beat stands, the top time rather, stands 2 minutes 7.9 for Tierney from the previous heat. Your top seed overall, 158.12, and the winner of this event at the Laval U Sport Champs, UBC Thunderbirds Justice Mignot in lane 4, followed at the 50 by Brendan Van Herk, University of Ottawa GGs. And swimming in lane 6, Junior Pan Pacific team member, 2022 Junior Pan Pacific team member, University of Calgary varsity teams, Charlie Scalenda. 5 meters to go prior to our 100 turn. Pretty close out front, Mignon, La Perle. It is Carter Buck for second, 56.63 for the University of Toronto. Mignon for first in 4, 56.56. And third, as of the 100-meter turn, Vincent Lapierre for Université de Montréal in lane 5. Short course U Sport record is a 1:55.98 set back in 2009 by Keith Beavers. Again, 1:55.98. Mignot for the leading time at the 1:50, 1:30. Change over into the final 50 though. Looks like it will be Université de Montréal's Vincent Laperle. First place, 2 minutes 50 for the top time this morning. Charlie Scalenda for second in lane 6, a time of 2:01.55. And Brendan Van Herk for third in lane 2, 2:02.00. Turning your attention to the board, our top 8 and the event summary for the men's 200-meter individual medley. Vincent Laperle with the top time, followed by Blake Tierney. A time of 2 minutes 7.9. I believe third, 2 minutes 8.0, Brody Young for UBC Thunderbirds. Ladies and gentlemen, that is our wrap-up for session 1, our Thursday morning prelims. We'd like to go through a couple closing notes here before we officially close off the session. In closing, thank you for joining us this morning at the 2023 U Sports Swing Championships. Tonight's finals begin at 6 p.m. Thank you to our partners, Nike Team, proud to be the official performance apparel provider of
It's that moment again, the one you dream of every night. La seule chose qui te préoccupe, c'est la gloire. Le cheminement de la réussite, of pushing yourself further than ever before. But the true glory is in the shadows. Les sacrifices que tu fais, quand toutes les chances sont contre toi. When you can't push one more second, chase the glory. Visez haut.
Hey U Sports fans, check out shop.usports.ca for this week's promotional item from the Nike Team collection. Visitez le shop.usport.ca pour en profiter de la promotion de la semaine de la collection Nike Team.
What makes the sport of competitive swimming unique? It can be done both solo and as part of a team, starting from a young age that can carry on through your golden years. Not only is swimming a proven safe activity during COVID-19, joining a swim club creates lifelong friendships and lasting memories while keeping you healthy and fit. Swimming teaches time management, teamwork, supports inclusiveness, a full-body workout, and an opportunity to travel and compete at swim meets throughout your province and across the country. It's time to join one of 400 swim clubs across the country. Your new teammates and friends are waiting. Why not you? Check with your local swim club for all the details in your area. Visit whynot.swimming.ca.
Look out, Karen Masson. Got it.
There from Cole Pickup, who will pass it there to Jesse King, who scores again!
At West Shore Motorsports Park.
Crossing the box for Parmar, and she's done it!